Believe it or not, I do a lot of this. What I'm doing now is touring. You know, people come and look at it because they like the structure of it, this and that. I done did 3 or 4 weddings here. People come just, hey man, can I get married here? You know, this and that, you know. Well, I'm already married. I just want to redo my vows here. And we let them do that. And of course, that's one of the other ways we generate a little funds. Because I came here in Joplin in 1980, June, matter of fact, of 1980. And since I've been here, my wife, her and her family attended here. So I started coming here to service. And this is the same furniture since 1980. And it probably was beyond that. He's a little older than me, and he's one of those generations. This is Kenny Wells. He's one of the generations that his family attended the church, and you're the oldest one besides Atris that still attends here in his family. And I think to take anything out of here would take away the history.
Probably came here in my early 40s, 50s, somewhere along in there. I've been working in this church ever since I've been here. And from Sunday school on up, I was in all the church office because I guess I was one of the people that really liked to work in churches. I worked with the youth. I like to work with the youth. I was a Sunday school teacher, and it was church. They had good church. They had good church during that time, you know, because people was coming to church then. But now they don't come, you know. But during that time, everybody was coming to church. The youth participated in everything them days, because they had a little youth choir. So sometimes we had a little youth choir sometimes. We all got along good. Because I I was one of the faithful members that I was here so much they got tired of looking at me probably. All I'm doing now is keeping my hands full and praying that we keep these doors open as long as I live.
Generally, I'd say, just to be accurate, maybe 65, on a weekly basis. And really, we're not interested in big numbers. It's about discipling people. Shiloh was established in 1916, actually by a group organized 5 or 6 people from the Southwest District. About $5 was spent on trying to establish a church.
So you're on TV?
Yeah, we're on TV.
Okay.
Every Sunday.
So technology plays a role in your congregation then?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And that's where a lot of donations come from. This is the drawing that we had Goodwill Builders draw up for us. This is the facility. It's a 40 by 60 building, and this large area was going to be kind of the dining area and where we could have services. This area over here, this was going to be the kitchen. These are all shower rooms and, of course, electrical room. We were providing showers and bathrooms for the homeless. Well, our church, Shiloh, is invested in the community. Not only in the community where this church is, where we are currently, but throughout the community. We fed at the Salvation Army from December to April. And now we're feeding here at the church once a month. And that's for the community, that's for anyone that wants to come in.
United in grace means a whole different thing, because we live in this dispensation of grace that no reason that anybody should be here, because we don't deserve to be here, but it's only because of God's grace that we're here. So again, why fight one another instead of working together? Because there's other people out there that don't realize that if it had not been for the Lord, we wouldn't wake up this morning. Before I am black, I'm Christian, and God died for all. And even though I do have a mandate or accountability to my black community, I have more of a mandate to Christ and let him know that I love him. And don't get me wrong, I'm Black Lives Matter, I'm all that and everything like that, but I want this place to be welcoming to everybody.
We've been here over combined over 30 plus years. And Trinity is the oldest historical black church here in Joplin, and we welcome you all. And I grew up here at the old location of Trinity, which was on 4th and Kentucky. Trinity Chapel is the name it was given back in the late 1880s, and that was right after the Methodist Episcopal Church split. It split over the issue of slavery. And we were part of the North. The South were the ones who did not want to have any persons of color in the pulpits or membership in that jurisdiction. In fact, I am the oldest member of Original Trinity here now. And you know, when you're young, you don't think about being old, but now when you're old, you look back and think, oh, okay. Here, I went to Washington School, and which is now Water Gardens facility. And we had white children mixed in with our black children. And, you know, we were poor, but we didn't know we were poor. And all of us was poor together. So, you know, it's just like, you know, you all in the same boat, so you might as well get along. All of our historical black churches are different in some aspects and alike in others. We're not in a competition here at Trinity. Any and everyone is welcome, and have a loving, praying congregation. That's what we're all about. We totally believe in the power of prayer, but God is still working. He's at work and will be at work. And if we don't have God involved in it, it's not going to grow any fruit.
Unity is celebrating our 122-year anniversary this month. 122 years. Unity was established back in 1901. And at that time, we had two black churches. We had the Second Baptist Church and we had St. Baptist Church. So they decided to merge together and come in with unity. So we had service with them. Now what we did, that's what it was in 91. Well, a period after that, we had a storm. A major tornado came through and tore up 3 of the churches. It tore up Trinity, I think you might have been to Trinity, tore up Handy Chapel, and it tore up Unity. Wealthy businessman Thomas Connor, he decided to make a donation. He made a donation of $15,000 then to rebuild these 3 churches for us. And it's been here since 1939. I'm sorry, that's the church's Bible.
How old is that?
I have it, well, we're celebrating 122 years. So I'm not sure how old it is, but that's why it's got a lock on it. This is our fellowship hall, you know, where everything is. We have a big screen TV that when church is on, we have audio, video right there too. Our history and all the people that I mentioned. Up on top is Reverend Smith, then there's Reverend Dawson. Reverend Dawson was here 27 years, and Reverend Gibbons was here 35 years. Now, this is the choir I was telling you about. Now, in this choir, and somewhere in this little group, you'll see me sitting there looking plain. Can you see me? I'm right there.
Oh my word.
I've been here all my life, and I was on the city council for several years here in Joplin. Well, in that time, you know that segregation was pretty hard back in those days, so we all got along very well. We were right behind where Lincoln School stood, so therefore it was a good communication back and forth there. And our teachers at Lincoln School or teachers in the church. Joplin is a good city. I lived there all my life. I've attended this church all my life, and there's a whole lot of good out there. Comes forward, back and forth. So we just need to outreach more and continue being brothers to our brothers and sisters all out there, and invite them in, show them, and just let them enjoy, and they will come back. We have 4 other black churches, and Unity and all the churches, we all get together at times and we communicate together, we all work together, teach and preach together. So that's one thing, like the unity, that's what the name of our church is, and we unite with other churches, and that what makes it much better.